How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem, and welcome back to a special chapter because today we've officially reached a milestone. Guys, it is part 30 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight Silksong. Before we get started today, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody, and let's all give ourselves a pat on the back for making it to this point in the game. We have come a long ways, and if you've been following since part 1, you know how much work you've put into this game so far. So, give yourself a pat on the back because you have come this far and you're so close to that platinum trophy. We are, I would have to guess, about 5 to 7 chapters, give or take, from getting that platinum trophy. So let's enjoy the last few chapters together. And I just want to say thank you for everybody that supported the walkthrough so far. And, I appreciate you guys. So anyways, I figured for this milestone video, we could do a lot of variety sort of things. So we're going to do everything from killing bosses to farming to, I don't know, meeting an eagle at the top of a mountain. I think he was in Lord of the Rings or something, but either way, we're going to do that. And then we might get arrested to finish the chapter. I don't know, something like that. It'll be kind of a crazy chapter. And I hope you guys are excited. But first, GG's to everybody who got the riddle correctly in the last chapter. It was footsteps. So good on you if you answered footsteps. And today's riddle, I'm going to up the difficulty a little bit more than usual. So today's riddle is, when I grow, I get closer to the ground, and when I shrink, I disappear. What am I? I don't know, but now it's time to make our official backup save to start the chapter, get that checkpoint set up, and then we can go ahead and load our save file. So as you can see, I'm at 5 hours, 45 minutes. My goal for the end of the chapter is to finish somewhere around the 7-hour mark. It's going to depend on how fast I can farm certain things, but ultimately I'm aiming for about the 7-hour mark, so that should be your goal as well. So now when you're ready, let's go ahead and load up our save file, and I'll see you guys in game. Ahoy there, matey. Welcome back. I am here in the first shrine, and first order of business is we're going to pick up the Fine Pins wish. This is not required, but it is nice to farm and get those beads. We're going to be killing these enemies anyways, so we might as well do it. So definitely I would advise picking that up. I will be finishing it at the very end of the chapter. It'll be like one of the last things I do, but we can try to make progress as we progress through the world. So now we're going to head to Grand Bellway. And we're on our way to Whiteward. So you should have had that key that we bought from the merchant up in First Shrine. If for some reason you hadn't bought the key, I would do that. I'm talking about the white key, okay? So let's see. Let's see if I get a fine pen or not. Looks like I'm not lucky enough to get a pen. They are random, it's not guaranteed. But like I said, I'll finish that farm later. It does pay to go ahead and get all the kills on your way. If I can, jeez. Because, the more beads, the better. You can never have enough beads. Man, my timing is not good today. That's always a good sign. All right, now into Whiteward or whatever. Going to Whiterun. All right, so definitely rest at this bench right here. We're going to be using that to save and quit later. So you'll definitely want to get that bench. All right, I'm gonna try to knock this area out as quick as I can here. We don't have too many things to do, and it's a really short area if you remember. So we're gonna go up. And our first order of business is getting the whatchamacallit, the coral commandment. And there's another blade there. Yep. So come over here and grab the coral. And then kill this enemy really quick. Okay, that guy was a little bit more tricky than I was hoping, but oh well. Get all this junk out of the way, gosh. All right, so now we're gonna go up and rest at the bench, if you need to. You don't have to. If you don't need the the heals, then don't worry about it. But what we want to do is drop the elevator, or raise the elevator, and then we're going to go underneath it for the spool fragment. Nice, Hornet. Good job. Like how she just hovers there, like she's like being abducted or something. All right, so now we're heading right here. There is a silk eater in here. If you want, you can get the silk eater. I'm not worried about it, but you can do that if you'd like. Now, this map is not mandatory for the 100%, but I like to buy all maps anyways, just because, you know, when I'm hunting items and stuff, it's nice to be able to, you know, reference a map. But the only maps that are actually required for the 100% is the ones that Chakra sells. So, you know, that's the only ones you need to buy. But I'm going to buy them all. Like, are you really 100%ing the game if you don't have all the maps? Oh, I hit the dash button, not the jump button. That one was on me. Alright, so we'll start by going left and getting the surgeon key, which we need, or no, I'm sorry, this is the injector band. Now we're going to go get the key. So there's the shortcut up above here. And it's to the left. Behind some more junk. Oh yes, cover me in trash. Thank you, game. Alright, so there's the surgeon key. Nice. So that's the key we need to fight the boss. And then there's some lore to the right there if you... we don't need that. That is not required. Alright, so now because I've rested that bench, I'm able to save and quit. So that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted these beads down here. So I'm just going to get the beads and then save and quit before we rest anywhere else. But definitely watch out for the big dude. Alright, so pick up all the beads there, and then now I'm going to go ahead and save and quit. The good old save and quit method. This will put us back on the bench and allow us to get the beads without having to, it would force us to go over to where the architect shop is, and that would suck, because then we can't get back up to where we were. Whereas if we save and quit, we just load right back here on this bench. How convenient. Alright, so also, we're about to go fight the Unraveled boss. If you wanted, you can make a backup save now. We're still early into the chapter, so you might not really care. I mean, like, worst case, you start the whole chapter over, but, you know, this is a boss, so if you wanted to, you could make a backup save, I suppose, before doing this. But this fight's not too difficult. I'm going to show you the method with the... basically, we're overpowered. That's the method. We have cog flies and a level 2 blade. And, you know, we're just better than the Unraveled. Dude, I literally can't see where he's at. Like, get brighter, game, please. No, it will in a second. Try to just stay healed at all times, but when the boss comes, pop 3 of the cog flies, and you're about to see how stupid this is. Look at this. They just attack while you're stuck in the screen. So you get like 6 free hits on them just without even trying. So again, it's just side to side. And then just jump all the way around him, because he has a pretty wide girth. He's a girthy motherfucker. That's what he is. Oh, but look at us. We already stunned him. Ow. We got a girthy berth. All right, I'm done. I'm done, guys. I try to get canceled or like demonetized within the first 5 minutes or so of a game. That's usually my goal in every chapter. So when he shoots the bodies at you, sometimes I just, you know, take it basically. I just it's like I know I'm gonna be fine. If I have the heals, I'll just kind of just rather get the hits in. All right, any minute now he'll be dead. There we go. Jeez. All right, final phase. Feel free to pop your cog flies again. Ah. Keep getting unlucky with the arrows. There we go. I would say that we unraveled him. So that was a good joke because his name is Unraveled. If you didn't get that, that was the joke, guys. You know, because the boss's name is actually Unraveled, which is like kind of a phrase for if you fall apart. So like I unraveled him. That's a pretty high IQ joke, I imagine. It probably went over your head the first 2 times I explained it. So, but that's what I'm here for, guys. So this is our final silk heart. It's weird to get the third one like at this point in the game and not the one at the end of the game. But however it works, you know? We have all the silk hearts now. So there we are. We're 10 minutes into the game. We've already killed a boss. So it's exciting. I'm trying to cover some ground today. Hornet? Hey, you probably forgot we're on a speed run. You could maybe quit nap time. All right, so head over here, and we're going to get the cylinder. We can trade these in for money. So now we're back to the benches here. We're just heading to the right. Oh, I didn't activate it, dang. Might as well hit that lever while I'm here. Okay, so now we are going to head over here and I guess rest real quick. Give me a fine pen. Dang, I still didn't get it, really? They're being stubborn. Yeah, so we're heading right here where the stage is. I'm going to the elevator. Oh, I was hoping it would like be like perfectly, you know, where it's like the same speed. Oh well. Alright, so now we're about to buy a whole bunch of shit. My favorite. I love spending all my hard-earned money. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm going to buy the architect key. That'll be my main focus here. And then I'm going to pop a few to get the scuttle brace, I suppose, since it's the cheapest one on the items here. You don't have to buy this if you don't have enough, it's fine. Just at least get the key. But since I have enough, I'm going to buy that one tool. And I'll come back for the other stuff later on. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. But anyways, get the key, and then we can come over here and pick up the architect crest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just can't help but keep leveling up, I guess. I have a real habit of doing that. I don't know why. I keep just breaking shit, but I keep getting more level up. Alright, so let's see. I'm done with the architect for now. Now I'm going to rest here and equip my thing again. Wait, do I have a memory? No. Okay. All right, so put our loader back on. And now we're going to head down and to the left. Let's see. I wanted to activate that really quick, just so it's active now. But yeah, we're gonna go the other way, so this way up the air vent. And we gotta go all the way down to the left. Alright, they killed each other, that works. But yeah, get the flea, and then try to get out of here before they all respawn. Or just take it like that. Nice. Alright, now we're gonna head to the right, where we're gonna finally finish up this area. Oh, I was trying to time it. Alright, get that guy dead, and then we can hang out here and get his beads. And now, if you need the silk, there is silk all the way at the very top. And after we're done with this area, if you wanted, you could save and quit back to the bench in the architect, but I'm not too worried about it. But if you're like trying to absolutely save time. Before you do anything, I would heal or something like that, because there is the big guy. But pick up the craft metal. This is where if you wanted, you could like save and quit back to the bench. So I'm gonna just do this because it's about as fast. There's a shard bundle here as well if you want. It's actually curious if... Oh, okay. Sorry, I was exploring a curiosity of mine. It would take too long to explain what the hell I was thinking right there. But yeah, you don't have to get that shard bundle. Just come up here. And I'm just heading back to the, you know, the architect. There we go. Okay, my game crashed, so I'm actually gonna just reload the save file here, so just ignore that weird cut. Love when the game crashes. It's been happening a lot more lately for me. It almost never did it, and now, since their latest updates, the last couple updates, it's like, I don't know, at least once a night for me. But anyways, head down, and we're gonna head to the first shrine. It crashed right here as soon as I went out of this room right here. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. It was right here. Oh, okay, it looks like we're good now. So now we're gonna head to the vaults. Okay, I'll talk to you, buddy. Chill. Was that worth the note there you had to give me, caretaker? Was that really worth it? All right, cool. Just want to make sure all my stuff was still there after it crashed. So I don't have enough rosaries, so you don't have to buy this map. I'm going to, though. Might as well start using some of these random things, but... yeah, we're almost done with, like, the map purchases. We don't have too many, you know, areas left over. But yeah, you could get that map now, or once we get enough rosary. If you don't have a string, that's fine. Like, we're gonna, I mean, you're gonna kill a bunch of enemies in this area. We're about to turn in a cylinder as well. So we're coming down here, and we are turning in the cylinder for rosaries. So, you know, feel free to buy the map either then or later once you get rosaries. Yay, we got a bunch of rosaries. Now we're going down and to the left. And I'm going to show you a trick to this room. So yeah, you can just zip across, basically. You don't have to actually like do the blocks because we have enough of the skills. So just get to the top, get all the way to the top corner, and then just dash, float, dash, and you're good. So saves you a little bit of time from having to do the block puzzle. Oh, I left that bead. No! Nope, it's not that room. Hang on. I think it's this room. Yeah, okay. We're doing the cog heart puzzle. Wow! I did it! Alright, we got the first cog heart piece to spawn the citadel, or sentinel. All right, so this is the room where the mask shard was up here, if you remember. Up there, all the way. So we wanted to go, let's see. We need to go all the way down to the bottom level where we were at. I just wanted to show you where that was. And we're gonna do a block puzzle. So this one's gonna have to go back and forth a few times. Hit that one up, and then we can finally move off of this block. Hit that one up. And then this one we have to run and jump off that platform, and then there's going to be a big guy that spawns. So get all those beads, those juicy, juicy beads. And then there's a secret room up here, if you remember. It's nice, like, now that we have all the abilities, basically, it's so nice that we can just finish every area whenever we get to it, you know? As opposed to what we did before, where it's like, pick up what we can and then always come back. It upsets me so much. That bead always gets stuck in the corner there. It just irritates me. All right, so now we're heading across. Oh, I thought I had it timed perfectly. All right, this is the one though. Oh, let's go. I'm a freaking god at this game. Immediately dies. Let's go. Well, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, I gotta take this a little bit slow. I freaking nailed it. I think we can all agree I freaking nailed that. Alright, we're heading up and we're getting the beads on the right when we get up to the top. Nope, one more floor. So, just like so. And daytime, we're back. I'll take it a little bit careful. Oh, all right, game. I gotta play it a little bit safe here. Let's at least get the shortcut open in case I died. Let me rest at the bench real quick, actually. I didn't expect to get hit midair from a sniper. Alright, anyways, let's go back and teach those boys a lesson. I wasn't worried. I was just getting prepared, tactical planning. But yeah, grab the cylinder right here, open up the door. Do it either at the end or, you know. Holy fuck. Oh my god, that genuinely scared me, guys. Jesus Christ. Garmin, chill, bro. Oh my god. Alright, that's not mandatory or anything, but I guess homie killed them all. Save some for the rest of us, man. Anyways, the only thing that is needed up here is, besides the cylinder that we picked up, was the flea at the top here. So definitely get this flea up here. Dude, Garmin, I about shit myself. I was so mentally locked in on the enemies, not our boy. Plus he comes like barreling across, you know. Wait, he's not trying to duel me right now, is he? I don't. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, buddy. I got better things to do. Alright, we're turning in that cylinder that we picked up for even more beads. So we're stacking beads. But I bet you know what we're going to do with those. Alright, so now we're going to head to, let's see, Bellheart. Bell Lock. Ava, get your fat butt up here. Gosh. You're gonna like how I time this, guys. You're gonna really like, you're like, oh, he's going out of his way to Bellheart. No, 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 no. You're gonna like this. So say what up to the boys. We'll be doing their delivery eventually, not this chapter though. But you can activate it just to have that like ready to go. And now we're gonna turn in our relic. I suppose you can have these. There we go, 270. That's always nice. Now we're up to like what, 900 maybe? Yeah, that's sick. All right, so now check this out. Our next path we have to go down, it just happens to also be right here. Because now it's time to speak to these boys. I like when a plan comes together, you know? So we're going to say no, by the way. I might travel with them eventually, but not right now. I guess the only time I like to travel with them is the very last one, so I don't have to run all the way through putrefied ducks, but we have places to be, unfortunately, and we can't just travel around with the caravan. But yeah, teleport them. They're going to head to the Grand Gate is their next spot, near the Blasted Steps, if you remember. Whoa. And now, boys and girls... I made him psych himself out. But now we're gonna go ahead and go to jail. We've been a bad bug. Bad bug, bad bug. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Hornet comes for you? All right, Hornet, come on. Is this number 2 cage that we've fallen from at this point? Like, I feel like Hornet's MO is just to get captured and fall from high places. Alright, we're about to make the slab record time here. So go up. What's up, boys? I'll come back and kill you. So drop down and to the right. And we're just gonna skip everybody here. Say what's up to Grendel.
That's fine.
And now come and get the key. Now we don't actually have to kill them or anything, so just pick up the key. We're gonna escape prison in record time, everybody. Hope you guys are excited. Before I go up or anything, I'm gonna break the shortcut And then I'm also going to open up this door just so we have it opened. Because we have those wishes later and stuff that we might need it. But I like to just get all the doors open just for the sake of having everything opened. So we're going to rest here. We're going to pick up the map to the right as well. Luckily, this one's free. I like those free maps. It's always welcome. Okay. Exhausted his dialogue. It's not needed. Alright, so we're dropping down. And then head into this room where we're going to free another flea. Get out of there. Stop being in that cage. Doing the Lord's work. Freeing them fleas. And now head straight across. Told you, we're making record time here. We're already like half done with the... Alright, try to time this right. Oops. Aw. Oh shit. I became a victim of my own demise. God, I'm good at this. Uh-oh. Alright, on this one, you want to get to the very bottom of that corner there. I'm going to show you one more time just so you have it. It's the very, very bottom of the wall, the corner. You want to slide all the way, and you'll have enough air. If you go anywhere but the very bottom corner, you won't have enough to be able to dash across. So that's how you do that. So break the wall. There's some shards, I believe. Yeah, if you need them. Jeez, I forgot I didn't have the dash. All right, pick up the rosaries. And we're gonna open the shortcut. Let me through. Oh my god. Just let me through. I'm gonna regret that decision. I know that. I'm at one. Maybe I'll get enough silk right here. Unlikely though. It's okay. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen regardless. Sorry, we're just hauling ass here. Feel free to rest at the checkpoints. So grab the rosary. I'm gonna have to double back. I don't know if I'm gonna make it past this guy. Oh, let's go. I did it. All right, hit the lever before you go down. And we have a bench. Barely made it. But yeah, the only thing we have to get on the top side of that is the rosaries on the left. All right, now just do the lockdown and get the key. Bring it on, motherfuckers. Show you mine if you show me yours. Try to remember how to use the diagonal. And we get the heretic key. I'm going to go ahead and quickly just equip our Wanderer crest and then set our load up back out. Or set our load up back up. There we go. Load out back up. That's tough to say. It's probably not, though. It's probably just because it's 6 a.m. I'm very particular about where I like my... Whoops. I like it in a certain order, you know? So, anyways, go ahead and put our crest back on, or whatever you're using. And I can quickly use one of our memory lockets. Just while I'm thinking of it. There we go. And we have our inventory back, so we are good to go. All right, and now we're going to open up the very bottom. Feel free to hit the bench if you want, but kind of a waste of time. Buddy, are you serious? You really want the heat? Oh, shit. Well, that's one way to deal with him. Alright, so left. Oh, just let me out. All right, now we're going for, I think it's the spool fragment, I believe, is what this is. Yeah. All right, so definitely get the spool fragment at the top. The other thing was just a shard bundle. It's not needed. Oh, okay. It was that door. Dang it. In my head, I was like, I know it's the wrong, you know, but sometimes you're like, I should check. All right, so on that bench is a good spot to make a backup save once we buy the Bellway and all. If you just want a general checkpoint of sorts, it's a good, like, halfway checkpoint. There's no, like, boss or anything, but you know how Mount Faye can be for some, for some people. So if you want to make the backup save, it's a good idea. We actually missed it, huh? It's annoying not having the fade down cloak. Because we're freezing, guys. We're cold. Alright, buy the Mount Faye map. And I guess that's a good backup save right there, I guess, if I'm thinking out loud. Alright, there's not much to do here, really. It's just get through the area, so... it's pretty fast, actually. I mean, we have to be quick for the freezing, but, you know, we're not really needing to do all that much here. So, you know, maybe challenge yourself. See how fast you can get up and down this area. I don't know about you guys, but I've gotten pretty confident with it. Oh, I thought that was the next one. Dang it. That's the other one that you have to drop to the right. That one's to the left. All right. Yeah, I was just one little spot ahead. Now we're dropping down to the left. And try to save as much health as you can, because we're going into the tricky spots. Actually, no, you'll be alright. It doesn't really matter. There is a bench before, so... Alright, head to the left. But unless you struggle with this, you might want enough health for this, but... This isn't all that hard. And there we go. So of course we'll buy the bench. And now we're gonna go get the is it the crystal what is it called? The memory crystal, I think. Yeah, memory crystal. Dang it, my beads went in there from the vase above. That's crazy. Didn't know they got frozen. All right, so nothing to the left just yet. We will, of course, come back for the mask fragment, or the mask shard, which is kind of the whole point of us being here outside of the fade down cloak. All right, now challenge yourself. See how fast you can get all the way up. You've been working for this moment. That was the one in my brain, what I did earlier. All right, so now we're halfway now. Oh, I forgot about the last part. I was doing so good earlier. I wouldn't advise dropping down this quick, but if you can, you know, go for it. All right, so I would get to this light. If you have a decent amount of health, then go for this. If not, you could always get this flea when you come back after getting the fade on cloak, or later on in the playthrough when we come back for the final area, if you remember. So if you don't have the ability, don't worry too much about this flea, but it's not really hard to get. Just sometimes you might not have the health and you don't want to die just up in there. But go ahead and drop that down, so that's the area I was talking about. You probably remember that. Just running through it because we have a bench just up ahead. Oh, I wanted that light. All right, final stretch here. Oh shit, where am I going? Hang on. Get me out of this cold weather, game. Alright, let's summon our eagles from Gandalf. He's gonna let us borrow them for the weekend. The bench below us, you can get it now or later. I'm gonna wait till I get it later. I might not even get it, to be honest. It's gonna come down to whatever I feel like is faster, but we have to return for the Pinstress fight later. We have to return for that. I think I do. I have to double check my notes, but that's a ways down the road. I can't remember if it's in my notes or not from this playthrough, but I think we have to return for her, so I'll probably get that bench below us. But if you wanted, there's a bench like right below where we're at, but I don't want to get that because then I have to go back around. But look, guys, we finally have all of our abilities for the most part. And we don't freeze to death anymore. That's my favorite part of this. But yeah, now we can access pretty much everywhere in the world now, which is nice. No more of this, like, can we get the spots or not? We're doing that. How am I missing that twice? You want to explain that one to me, game? Alright, so once we get to the flatland, we're not going to go up and talk to the boy. We're just dropping down. And let's see, hang on. Yeah, so if you needed to, you could go get that flea now that you have the Fade Down Cloak if you needed. But you know, we're okay. We already got our flea. Ooh, that was clean. I like that. So all the way to the bottom left. And then up for the Mass Shard. Boom. And now, what if I told you, you get to run all the way back? Yes. Lucky you, but check out our maneuvering now. Yeah, we're pretty much unstoppable at this point. And we're back. Oh yeah, we can grab the flea that's right here. And a bead. There is one single bead on the ground right here, so enjoy. But yeah, definitely get the bead and the flea. And now we're gonna head to Shellwood. You're like, why are we doing that? Just trust me, brothers and sisters. Trust. I have a plan. If you wanted, you could rest there and then save and quit to get back to that bench once we're done with what we're doing. Again, it's not really that big of a deal. But we're just running. Oh, I almost had it. It's on this one right here. You have to run, jump, and then do the double jump. And then jump up there. Oh, I had nowhere to go. Ooh, that was close. And now, yet another mass shard. It's like somebody's planning this. Alright, so yeah, this is where you could save and quit if you wanted to get back to that bench in Shellwood. If you're like tight on time, I would say, you know, you can do stuff like that to save a bit of effort. But now we're gonna head to Greymoor. Bum, and that cage guy is now gone, so we can finally rejoice that we're not going to prison anymore. Or at least not against our will. We will return. Alright, so right here, there's a memory locket in the top left corner, if you remember. So now with our new Faydown cloak, we can reach everything now. Nothing's off limits. Except for the silk source stuff. Wait, why did I go around, dude? What? I needed to go on the elevator. I went all the way around the house. I don't know. Am I like doing some like speedrun tech that I'm unaware of or something? But oh well. Ride the elevator. It's silly now that we have the Faydown cloak. We can just jump past everything. Alright, so now we're heading up to Wisp Thicket. Remember this place? So drop that bench if it would let me. There we go. Alright. Now we're gonna go get a bone scroll. We don't need to kill anything, just try to jump past everything. Jeez. Calm down. I don't know if I make this, to be honest. Dude, how you gonna do me like that, game? How you gonna like lock me into an animation just to kill me? That's just dirty. Okay, that one was on me. I'm telling you, I went that whole game before without the anklets, I don't think. And I am definitely not accustomed. All right, game, Jesus Christ. All that just to die immediately. I hate these right now. What is going on? Get me out of here. Okay, with the bone scroll acquired, now we can go back into the hell. It's honestly easier if I just kill these things. Alright, so now we're taking out the boy. Just watch their bodies, they do like to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and activate one of these. I can't see, game. You know what, I'm acting everything. All hands on deck. Man, I don't remember it being that crazy. And what do you know? We have a new mask, just like that. We got a full mask. That was a fast one. We got all 4 parts just rapid fire. Oh, I literally don't have the silk to even... Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're done with that part. Now it's a lot less toxic, in my opinion. Okay, so now if you wanted to, you could make a backup save, because now we're going to go fight the boss. Okay, so I did die in the fight. Honestly, I do not advise... Hang on. I do not advise popping any cog flies. They do not help, and all they do is serve to distract you. And I learned the hard way, we'll say. Anyways, we're coming over here and going to the left. Yeah, my cog flies are all over the place. I couldn't see anything. I really thought they would go and hurt the boss, but you win some and lose some. But honestly, I find this to be a lot easier if it's just me and I'm just focused on the one fireball. So you get about 2 or 3 hits in before the thing, like, whatever's attacking you comes your way. Alright, so we're doing a lot better. Now that I don't have cog flies in my face, it's so much easier. To be fair, I did pop like every single cog fly ever. Oh, that was dumb. Yay! I feel bad. I was doing fine, flawless and everything, and then I killed myself basically. I was like, you know what I should do is have a bunch of distractions on the screen. That'll help. Alright, so I'm just leaving these guys behind. Going up and over. We're grabbing this item for the rosary, yes. And then we're breaking the shortcut. If you need to hit the bench, you can. This isn't like too difficult of a spot, so you probably don't necessarily need it, but you know, feel free to hit the bench before continuing this way or not. Come over here. And get that craft metal. And this spot right here is easier if you just run. Now, there are shards and all sorts of shit down there if you want. I'm not that worried about it. So this one you want to wait for the gap. There's like one that's missing. And then this one you got to be a little bit faster. Oh well. There we go. Oh. She didn't grab the wall when I needed her. Why isn't she grabbing the wall? What is happening? Dude, she is not doing what I need her to do. She keeps like either... Okay, whatever. I guess just time it to where you just fall down instead of holding onto the wall. That seems to be easier. Alright, free the fleet. And it's good that we're at 1 HP. That's my favorite thing to do. But we can open up the shortcut there, and then we can go down and around here. Brother. Okay, that one, I'm gonna chalk that one up to, I don't know. Alright, everything has fallen. And now we're back to where we were. Alright, so we're gonna head over to the right here. Try my best to not die. All right, we made it. Let's go. So now you can see that we have almost 900 beads plus a few in reserve. We have 2 craft metal. So what do you know? There's 2 items in this shop that require 2 craft metal. Wow. And we have a couple rosary strings we picked up as well to get the last item if you want, which is what I'm going to do. The toolkit one. So I'm about 150 shy. So what I'm gonna do is the one that we just picked up in the wisp thicket area. I can go ahead and pop that. Either way, pop whatever you got. You should have enough to get there one way or another. And we can buy the crafting kit, which will basically wrap up her shop. Might as well knock it all out while we're here. Not have to double back. But if for some reason you're not able to get it, then just return when you get the beads. But as you can see, we have 3 and 3, so we just have 1 more for each upgrade. I'm going to quickly use the other memory locket that we have. Again, it doesn't matter where you use it, just get it used. And let's see. Now we're gonna go to the bellway. We're gonna head over to Bellheart, which also you could do this. If you didn't have that many rosaries, you could do this first and then head over to the architect shop if you needed more rosary beads, because we're about to turn in a relic. So I'm just dropping off the relic, and then we're going to come right back to where we were, and we're going to farm up those pins for the wish to get even more beads. And that farming, not only will it complete us and give us a huge rosary necklace, but it also will allow us to get a bunch of extra beads while farming. So I planned to have us buy a whole bunch of shit, but also in the chapter for once actually wealthy. So we keep starting these chapters with like 30 beads, so I wanted to change that, get ahead of it. So yeah, there we go. There's that turned in. So we're almost done with all the shops. It's really just the one in First Shrine and Grendel's shop. And I think that's all the items. I mean, we've bought Bellheart and Bone Bottom and all of those shops. So, I mean, we're doing pretty good in terms of items. All right, so now we're just going to farm the wish, the fine pins, just for beads, and also, it's just going to get us set up more. It is hit or miss if the needle spawns. So there we go. We got one. And I don't know if it's faster to go for this guy every time or not. Sometimes he's a bit annoying and he doesn't want to get over this way. In which case, I might just leave him, if he's not doing it quick enough. But you only need 10, so this won't take too long, but in the process of getting the RNG drops, you'll end up with 800 or 900 beads probably, unless you have perfect RNG for some reason. But here's a fast way to do it. I just hit that, see if I get it or not. And then I usually like to come over here just to bring him over this way. go. Dang it. We didn't get it. Oh, I collected all those beads on the way down. That was crazy. Some might say you could edit this out, but I like to show how to farm it, like what it actually takes. Man, my RNG is not good this lately. But, you know, every time we do it, we get closer to having the beads we need for the shop items. Because everything at this point in the shops is, like, ridiculously expensive. Alright, I've got to get a pen here. This is crazy. Come over here. No. Oh, that is so unfortunate. It sent it like, all right, that's the last time I used my ability on that guy. I can't. It knocked it all the way to the right. That's crazy. All right, game, come on. All right, what are we at? 4? Okay. Would have been 5. Actually, I'm gonna try to be careful not to kill him in the corner, because sometimes it might glitch through the wall or something. Alright, I'm gonna start speeding this up here, I think. I'm gonna pop some cog flies. Alright, are you telling me that, like, after 3 farming runs, I didn't get a single pin? Does it know I'm recording? Is that what's happening? Because in my practice run, it was not nearly as long as this. Oh, okay. Dude, why, Buck? Just get over here. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna cut the recording to the end of that, because this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. So yeah, I'll just pick up when I'm at the end. Okay, so I'm at 9 now out of 10. It was funny, right after I cut the recording, I got like 3 in a row. I was like, of course it's like that. As you can see, I'm at 800 beads, so it hasn't taken that long. I would say since I cut it, probably about 3 to 5 minutes, maybe, something like that. There we go, that's the last one. There we go. So yeah, we finish the wish with, you know, close to 850 beads, plus I, you know, will obviously go get the rosary beads. So we're gonna head to first shrine. turn in our wish, and then this will allow us to actually donate, because unfortunately we have to donate beads to First Shrine. We didn't have to repair Bone Bottom or Bellheart, but we do unfortunately have to repair this area. So what we're going to do is turn in our wish. This is going to give us one of those big necklaces, which is nice. Of course. Heavy rosary necklace. And we're going to donate 300 to the cause. Just get that out of the way. Now there's going to be another one later on that will spawn where we have to donate 500, so that's another one we have to do. But all those are required in order to get another wish later on for the tools, I believe it is. Or it's like a spool frag. I have to check my notes again. But there's an item that's required via the wish board. So unfortunately, we do have to donate. But anyways, that is going to wrap up today's chapter. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. And, you know, we got a lot of random stuff today. We made it through, the slab and Mount Faye. We had the vaults. We did the underworks area, like the lower section. We did wisp thicket. We had a lot of stuff going on. So we moved the fleas. So if you really think about it, we covered a lot of ground in a very short amount of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And this is going to wrap up chapter 30. So I will see you in chapter 31. Just so you guys have an idea, the next 2 to 4 chapters, depending on how I want to break it up, is going to be us basically wrapping up Act 2. And so it'll probably be about 3 to 4, I bet, is my guess. But we don't have too much stuff. Next chapter will basically finish everywhere but Bilewater, I would assume. And then the second chapter after this one will be us finishing up all the areas. And then we're just going to have to do, and that's why I say it's about 3 to 4 chapters where we're going to be doing wishes and farming and things like that. So I would say within the next 3 to 4 chapters, we're done with all the zones. And it's just wrapping up all the random quest lines to get the items. And then we'll basically go into Act 3. And, you remember what we have to do there. So that'll take probably about 2 chapters maybe. So that's why I was at the start of this video, I was we have about 5 to 7 chapters, give or take, is my guess. It's just going to depend on how fast we get through certain stuff. So not that much left. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.